remember starting in June and being quite nervous because I didn't want to do the wrong thing, and it was something that we weren't allowed to do for so long. But going back, it was very obvious what we were supposed to do and what we weren't, and if you didn't know, it was very easy to ask and find out straight away. It was great to get back to socialising with people because I don't think as a young people's populations we realised how important socialising in the physical world was to our mental health. It isn't going to be the same as secondary school was. One fact for being sixth form, but for another fact that we are going into troubled times. It was very weird for us to go back because as much as there was lots of people we got to see in the morning before we went into our classrooms, we didn't get to see them for the rest of the day. And it wasn't exactly the same when I would be able to see people that I didn't have classes with. I wouldn't get exactly the same amount of time. So it's definitely not going to be the same, but it is still getting back to some normality and the real world and the education we remember, because the teaching, which is the core of education, is still going to be there. That is what you need to hold on to, because one of the ultimate things that I wanted to go back to in June was I wanted to get back to learning, because during COVID, schools just they felt like neglected by the government, and as much as they could help at home and stuff, there was loads of people that didn't have technology. Lots of us are lucky enough to, but it's great to get back to know that our education won't be a hindrance anymore. It won't be hindered by the pandemic, and we're going to get back to learning, which I think is great. And I think one of the main things I would tell you guys to think about is actually this is an exciting time because you guys are starting sixth form, and you should be excited for that. I remember being nervous to start sixth form in itself, but I know with the pandemic added on there will be more nerves, but don't be nervous because everybody's in this together. How corny, but you should be excited. And if you have any worries or anything, there are so many people to ask for help, and at the end of this we're hopefully going to be getting back to normal life in the end. So we're going to have to adapt, and the normal won't be the same as before. So whatever you imagine sixth form and stuff will be like, I can promise you it probably will be better and more fun, but it also is going to be different because of our different and challenging times.